The solemn ceremony of the inauguration of the President of the Russian Federation, Boris Nikolaevich Yeltsin. Moscow, the 9th of August, the year 1996. We begin the broadcast of the festive ceremony of the inauguration of the President of the Russian Federation. Today, here in the Moscow Kremlin, in the State Kremlin Palace, the birth of a new tradition is occurring. This is the first inauguration ceremony of a newly re-elected head of state since Russia acquired its sovereignty. Before our very eyes, a historical tradition of the swearing into office of the highest official is taking place because an attempt is being made to redefine the triumphant moment of the ascent of the newly elected president to the summit of power and to create a ritual full of common national significance. In order to participate in the festive inauguration of the President of the Russian Federation, Boris Nikolaevich Yeltsin, the Kremlin State Palace has invited and extended invitations to heads of the presidential and government structures, members of the Federative Council, deputies of the State Duma, heads of the CIS countries, ambassadors of foreign countries, and other representatives of the diplomatic corps in Moscow, and dignified guests. The current triumphant ceremony in the Kremlin is called upon to symbolize for Russian citizens and society the unshakability of the Russian state and Russian statehood as well. In this difficult historical moment which Russia is going through, this event is permeated with a special, lofty meaning. The first presidential elections in sovereign Russia have been held, and eventually, in the final analysis, it was not an individual candidate or party that won, but something larger won, the future. A future which is to be sought in a new democratic self-organization of our society in the interests foremost of the person, citizen, and free individual. Of great significance is the non-partisan or super-partisan nature of the celebration today. The ceremony of the inauguration of the re-elected President of Russia is not just the wreath, the conclusion of the election campaign, but it is also an exhortation for overall national reconciliation after bitter pre-election battle. It's an attempt to achieve unity of the nation's social accord and achieve such values as patriotism, citizenry, and spirituality. The inauguration of the President of Russia is occurring at a very complicated historical moment. We are not yet a homogeneous society. We continue to live in the past, present, and future at the same time. The present is not monosemantic. It contains the Chechen strife and rampant crime and economic disorders, and new sorrows and plights, and our lack of patience, and at times our unbelievable resistance against mutual understanding. So there is no cause for general rejoicing, but as always there is hope. After all, we have risen from our knees and, with difficulty, are learning to independently decide our own fate without entrusting that decision to others. It must be also said that the scenario for the current ceremony was born through heated disputes, and to the last moment underwent changes. There's always a danger of resorting to Byzantine pomposity and abundance of eloquence and triumphant songs and odes. The Working Committee has decided that the ceremony must be strict yet majestic, and the use of the Russian historical experience should not turn the ceremony into a coronation-like ceremony. They have decided on a version which is not flowery nor expensive. They've decided to abide by taste and moderation, so there should be no embarrassment before the descendants.